Hey everyone, welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now, I know that I've posted a few videos about Stu Macher over the past week, so I promise this will be the last Stu video I post for a little while, unless there is some breaking news to share. But I had to make this video for you because Matthew Lillard has just confirmed once more that just as I have been saying for the last 25 years, and since I started this channel back in September of 2021, Stu Macher is without question alive. Let's go. So a new article on PopBuzz came out yesterday that highlights Matthew Lillard's comments over this past week, which puts a final end to the question of whether Stu survived the events of Scream 96. His comments do not come as a shock to many Scream fans, including myself, because he is echoing what Wes Craven has already stated on the record about the character of Stu. So let's dive in to see what Matthew actually says about the subject of whether Stu is alive or not. Now, the headline states, Matthew Lillard confirms Stu is alive and was originally the killer in Scream 3. The article begins, Matthew Lillard has addressed theories that Stu is alive in the Scream universe and was originally the killer in Scream 3. Ever since the first Scream movie came out in 1996, fans have long believed that Stu survived. Even though Sidney drops a TV on Stu's head, we never actually see him die. There have also been multiple rumors that Matthew Lillard was meant to return as Stu in Scream 3 and that the original script was scrapped after the 1999 Columbine High School massacre. Now, Matthew has confirmed that Stu did survive and revealed what the original plans were for his return in Scream 3. So now that the article has nicely set things up, let's find out exactly what Matthew Lillard said about the subject of Stu. The article goes on and reads, when asked if Stu is alive in a new Vulture interview, Matthew said, I'm the grandfather of Stu truthers. He then let slip that the Scream 3 rumors are true. He said I was supposed to do Scream 3. I got paid for 3. Not really well, but I ended up getting paid for something I didn't do because the idea was that I'd be running high school killers from jail. On the Bomb Benedict podcast, Matthew also said, from jail, I was kind of masterminding this attack against Sidney, and so 3 weeks before we were supposed to start shooting, Columbine High School broke out and they changed everything. They kind of took the script and threw it to the side. They bought me out and I never did the third one. So in other words, Stu is alive in the Scream universe. He just never returned as Ghostface. So I want to say first that, as I have mentioned on many videos and live streams in the past here on the channel, Wes Craven did not kill Stu in Scream 96, and not only did he not kill the character, he planned to bring him back in Scream 3. We see that Matthew Lillard confirms Wes's original plans for him to return as the mastermind of the killings in Scream 3. Now, the horrible tragedy of the Columbine shooting, it not only changed Wes's plans for Stu, but it also prompted Wes to change the location of where Scream 3 was going to take place. So originally, Scream 3 was to take place in Woodsboro, and the killers were going to be Woodsboro High School students, and they were essentially a cult-like following of Stu while he was in prison or in the criminal mental facility. Now, I really wish we could have seen that original idea that Wes and Kevin had come up with come to life on the screen. It would have been amazing. Now, I say that, but I do also want to say that I also love the current Scream 3 that we have. I mean, I really do. I'm a huge fan of Scream 3. I think it is really one of the most, well, hands down, the most underrated of all the Scream films. I think that it gets so much hate that it does not deserve. And I think there's a lot of really good reasons why that movie is outstanding. And I think a lot of the reasons it's so good are some reasons that people just don't catch. They're just not adding everything up. And I've got a video here on the channel, The Secret in Plain Sight. I dive into it. I spent a whole video on it, so I won't do that here. But yeah, I love Scream 3 that we have. So this no way diminishes my feeling when I say that I wish we had that original version. I'm just saying I wish we had both. I mean, that's really what I want. I wish we had Scream 3A and then Scream 3B, if you will. You know, we could have both versions depending on our mood for that day. I just wish they would have went ahead and shot that film and we had it, you know, in a vault somewhere that we could get on a Blu-ray. I mean, that would just be so great. But that did not happen. I know we'll never see that. Of course, you can't go back in time now and change that. So we have the version that we have, and it's a good movie. I do love it. But man, I wish I could have seen that happen, right? It just would have been so good. Okay, so the article closes out with the following. As to whether or not he would whether or not he would come back as Stu in Scream 6, Matthew said, "Look, it's a horror movie. Crazy things happen all the time. Have you seen Friday the 13th? Jason comes back. Like Stu could come back." He continued, "He doesn't bleed out. Somebody would have come along and cauterized the wound. There's still hope for Stu." I love that. And I say to Matthew Lillard, exactly, 100%. There is still hope. I love that he ends with that quote. And it's true. So for any of you out there who've been on the fence about, whether Stu is alive or not, did he survive the events of Scream 96? What happened to him? I hope this will once and for all put that question to bed in your minds, as Matthew Lillard himself has now come out again and confirmed what Wes stated nearly 2 decades ago now, which is that Stu is alive. It's on record, it's been on record, and it's just the facts of how things are. We just haven't seen him come back yet. But I'm not giving up hope on the future. We have Scream 6 and even 7 if they're doing the full trilogy, which we anticipate them doing. And they did nothing in Scream 5 to indicate he's dead. No one said in the movie that Stu was dead or that he had died or he was deceased. You never one time. And they could have easily done that, but they did not. So just as Radio Silence has honored the canon for Wes Craven with Kirby, and because we know Wes wanted her to live, they've honored it. I want them to honor the Wes Craven's canon for Stu. Bring him back. Let's go. As you're starting to move away, let's tie it all up. Bring him on back. Let's do this thing. And once and for all, see Stu Macher in a Scream film once again. All right, everyone. I want to know what you think about Matthew Lillard confirming again that Stu is alive. I want to hear your thoughts. What are your ideas and theories about what you expect to see in the future regarding Stu? And if you think he will or will not come back. So start leaving your comments below right now so we can discuss it together. Well, that is it for this update, but I'm going to be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thank you for watching.